The legendary Queen Amina of Zazzau, a trailblazer in leadership and legacy. Throughout history, stories of leadership and resilience remind us of the heights women can achieve against all odds. One such story is that of Queen Amina of Zazzau, a 16th-century African ruler whose legacy resonates as a symbol of power, diplomacy, and visionary leadership. Born into the royal family of Zazzau, a region now known as Zaria in modern-day Nigeria, Queen Amina defied the societal norms of her time to become a warrior queen, an empire builder, and an enduring icon of strength. This video unravels the extraordinary life of Queen Amina. By delving into her unmatched contributions to military strategy, governance, and economic innovation, we celebrate a leader whose achievements continue to inspire generations. Let us embark on a journey through the life of this remarkable queen who redefined the role of women in history. To understand Queen Amina, we must first explore Zazzau, one of the Hausa city-states that thrived in the 16th century in present-day Nigeria. Zazzau was part of the rich and powerful Hausa kingdom, strategically positioned along key trade routes for goods such as gold, textiles, and salt. In this dynamic environment, Amina was born into a royal family. Her parents, Bakwa Toronko, and her father, the king, governed a society where women were rarely seen in positions of military or political influence. Amina's upbringing was anything but typical for a woman of her time. She grew up witnessing the political workings of her family's court, learning strategies of governance and alliance building from a young age. Her growing interest in military affairs set her apart, laying the foundation for her eventual rise to power. After the death of her younger brother, Karama, Amina ascended to the throne of Zazzau, breaking through barriers that typically constrain women's roles in leadership. As queen, her first priority was to fortify her position by asserting both military and political authority. This was no small feat in a patriarchal system where leadership was predominantly reserved for men. Determined to lead by example, Amina immediately demonstrated her military prowess. She personally led her forces into battle, a rarity for rulers of her era, particularly for women. Her leadership marked the beginning of a reign defined by bold conquest, territorial expansion, and effective diplomacy. Queen Amina's reign as a warrior queen is legendary, and her exceptional military leadership cemented her status as one of Africa's most remarkable figures. She commanded an all-male army, deploying advanced strategies that helped Zazzau expand its influence far beyond its original borders. Through courage and thoughtful planning, she led her forces to countless victories, securing her kingdom's dominance. Amina was far more than a military tactician. She was also a fearless fighter who joined her soldiers in the thick of battle. Her ability to inspire loyalty among her troops ensured their unwavering dedication to her leadership. As a result, Zazzau's strength as a military power grew, making it an influential player in the region. Under Queen Amina's leadership, Zazzau experienced unparalleled expansion, reaching the height of its territorial dominance. Her military campaigns brought vast new lands under her control, stretching her empire across what is now modern northern Nigeria and beyond. Her conquests were not merely for glory, they were strategic efforts to secure trade routes and vital resources for her kingdom. Amina's empire-building prowess elevated Zazzau's position on the African continent. Her rule connected diverse regions, fostering economic growth and cultural exchange. Both allies and adversaries recognized her as a force to be reckoned with, establishing her legacy as one of Africa's most successful rulers. Behind her warrior-like exterior, Amina was equally skilled in diplomacy and trade. She established valuable alliances with neighboring kingdoms, ensuring peaceful coexistence in certain territories and preferential trade agreements. Her ability to balance war and negotiation allowed Zazzau to thrive economically and politically. As part of her vision for Zazzau, Amina secured trade routes that allowed her region to benefit from the flow of goods such as salt, gold, and textiles. By controlling these trade routes, she turned Zazzau into an economic hub, bringing wealth and prosperity to her people. This dual approach of both conquest and diplomacy exemplifies her forward-thinking leadership style. Amina's legacy is not only marked by her conquest but also by her contributions to urban development. She is credited with promoting the construction of city walls, known today as Amina walls. These walls served both defensive and administrative purposes, protecting the city from external threats while fostering organized urban planning. Many of the settlements fortified under her rule became important trade and cultural centers that endured for generations. These physical manifestations of her reign remain a testament to her ability to think beyond the immediate, ensuring the long-term stability and prosperity of her kingdom. What set Queen Amina apart from other leaders of her time was her exceptional character and unwavering vision. Her courage, determination, and intellect allowed her to rise above the challenges she faced as a female ruler in a patriarchal society. She was not just a queen but a symbol of resilience and inspiration to her people. Amina had a clear vision for Zazzau, one where the kingdom thrived in wealth, power, and influence. Her decisions were deeply rooted in this vision, guiding her military campaigns, diplomatic efforts, and economic policies. Her meticulous planning ensured that her legacy would last well beyond her reign. Through the centuries, Amina's story has transcended her historic achievements to become a cultural legend. Tales of her bravery and leadership have been passed down through generations, often blending fact with folklore. In many ways, she has become a symbol of African resilience and the timeless strength of women leaders. Her story remains an inspiration to women not only in Nigeria but across the globe. In modern-day Nigeria, schools, monuments, and even plays have been named or written in her honor, ensuring that her name and legacy live on. It is important to note that, like many historic figures, Queen Amina's life has been shrouded in a mix of fact and myth. While her military achievements and contributions to her kingdom are well documented, certain embellishments have entered her story over time. Despite this, her historical impact remains undeniable, and her legacy as a trailblazer for women in leadership is steadfast. In celebrating Queen Amina today, her life offers a powerful reminder of the potential for women to lead, innovate, and conquer. Her example continues to challenge stereotypes about women's abilities, demonstrating that strength, wisdom, and courage are not confined by gender. Her legacy influences modern discussions about women in leadership and inspires movements for gender equality. As a historical figure who overcame systemic barriers to rise to greatness, she serves as a timeless role model for aspiring leaders around the world. Queen Amina's story is one of triumph, resilience, and vision. Her reign expanded the wealth and influence of Zazzau, leaving an imprint on African history that endures to this day. As a warrior, diplomat, and builder, Amina shattered barriers and redefined what it meant to lead. Her legacy, though centuries old, provides inspiration for contemporary audiences, reminding us of the unmatched potential of women to lead and innovate. As we reflect on her journey, we celebrate not just the achievements of one queen but the limitless possibilities of women's leadership throughout history and beyond. Please subscribe, share, and like this content to continue to get updates on facts about people, food, culture, lifestyle, and places around the world.